This is a busy week here in the United Nations. Well, first, both the President of the General Assembly, Philemon Yang, and the Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, briefed the Assembly on their priorities for 2025. Philemon Yang outlined priorities of peace and security in Africa, combating the illicit use of small arms and light weapons, preserving human dignity in armed conflict, eliminating child labor, financing for development, and turbocharging the SDGs, including through digitalization.
My team and I intend to walk the talk and deliver on my promises to you, the member states of the United Nations. For the challenges we face require that we commit to work together to achieve the goals that we have set for ourselves.
For his part, Mr. Guterres emphasized 4 urgent challenges that require immediate attention: runaway conflicts, rampant inequalities, raging climate crisis, and out-of-control technology. When addressing the climate crisis, he pointed to the recent wildfires in California as a stark example.
The Pandora's box has also let loose the climate crisis that is ravaging and savaging our world. Look no further than the hills of Los Angeles. It has gone from the home of disaster movies to a scene of disaster.
The Secretary General traveled to Beirut to meet Lebanon's newly elected President Joseph Aoun, along with other officials. He also visited UNIFIL positions in southern Lebanon. And here is what Mr. Guterres had to say before his departure.
Let's really support the Lebanese people, support the Lebanese president, and hope that Lebanon will now find a way to consolidate its institutions and that peace will prevail in Lebanon.
This has also been a busy week here in the Security Council. The Council discussed several pressing topics, including the future of UNRWA, the conflict in Ukraine, UNIFIL, Libya, and the ongoing crisis in Yemen. And here's what Hans Grundberg, the Secretary General's special envoy for Yemen, shared with the Council.
The context has become increasingly internationalized, with Ansar intensifying its strikes in Israel and continuing attacks in the Red Sea, prompting retaliatory strikes by the United States and United Kingdom, as well as Israel on Yemen. Recent Israeli airstrikes have damaged critical civilian infrastructure, including the port of Hodeidah and Sana'a International Airport.
Now, I know what you've all been waiting for: the ceasefire deal in Gaza. The Secretary General has, of course, issued a statement urging all parties to honor the agreement. But what are other diplomats saying about this deal? Ambassador, what's your reaction to the ceasefire deal?
We welcome the deal.
Will the Security Council do anything about that?
We'll see.
I think we're satisfied that they got to the ceasefire. We waited long for ceasefire. We waited too long for ceasefire. Now it's there. And we hope it starts getting implemented on Sunday. And then I think we'll have all of us a lot of work to do, starting with humanitarian situation, with delivering humanitarian aid so that people will not die of bombs anymore, but we have to make sure that they don't die of hunger.
And what post-conflict plans does the UN have for Gaza?
Has the Secretary General ever talked to anyone in the region or any world leaders about the post-war plan for Gaza? What would that look like?
We had been envisioning what this would be once a war ends. First, of course, we want to make sure that we get to the end of the conflict. But yes, he is in touch and will continue to be in touch, trying to draw up a plan. And of course, part of that is, as you just pointed out, something that needs to be done in conformity with the two-state solution.
Well, finally, some lighter news. For 5 months, the escalator connecting the first and second floor of this very building has been out of service. But guess what? With the new year comes the new beginning. The escalator is finally fixed.
It's not actually a question. We just noticed that the escalator has been fixed, connecting the ground floor to the second.
Yes, the things we do for you.
And that's all from me.